Yeah. I just got out another rehab clinic, that's an admission. There's a lot of shit I haven't addressed in active addiction. Come on, sit back and listen, I'm not a mathematician, but it's shocking adding up all the plastic cups that I'm pissed in. All the staff and clinicians asking about prescriptions, having a chat about my past habits and bad decisions. I'm a fuck up who ended up twisting caps on a mission, blacking out in my bedroom and passing out in the kitchen like a misfit.
All right, back to back episodes. I am closer to Fitzy than I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Feels
COVID
good.
rules do not.
Loving it.
No. They don't happen here today.
Feels good. Feels good. All right, we're gonna talk about weird things what people are into. We can start with the Diddy shit. We kind of teased it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
Talk about a.
Talk about a fucking
You know what I mean?
criminal.
I mean, now is Skinner really supposed to be somebody who, like molest kids?
Yes.
Yeah, but they
Or rapist.
No, Ripper is a rapist.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
what's it called? He's a little bit of both from what we're hearing. I
It
mean,
seems,
we
it
don't
seems
know.
like it seems like he's into all of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, to have how many
Like-
bottles of baby oil are we
So
talking here?
this is where I'm getting at, right?
Who knows?
How about Costco was like, we don't sell baby oil. He was like, we buy it in bulk. They're like,
Yeah.
not from us.
Dude, Johnson & Johnson's stocks fell as soon as he hit
I
the
saw.
fucking
So
yacht.
did you see
know
that?
what I mean?
I think I shared it to my story. I might have sent it to you. It was Johnson & Johnson's CEO after
You
Diddy
did
gets
send it
arrested,
to me.
and he's just like throwing glass bottles at the fucking wall. He's like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Yeah, they took a dip
Yeah.
immediately, dude.
Dude, what happened to here's a problem. Like, what happened to regular sex? You know, like,
We
listen.
talking missionary?
No, I'm just saying, like, standard shit. Like,
Not whips and chains and baby oil.
yeah, we're gonna get to that shit. But like, it's like he just like, sex. It was a time when we were young. We're like, just sex is great.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fucking. Your whole goal is just lives by that when you're like 16, 17 years old. All you want to do is get laid. And now it's like, well, I want to get laid, but I also want to be called an asshole while I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I want to be belittled.
You know
while
what
happens.
it is? It's fucking first world problems. We have way
100%,
too
I
much
agree.
time. Way
I
too much
agree.
time on our hands. If we were tending fields, Bob, no one would be fucking
No.
grabbing baby oil and cornholing each other. It just wouldn't happen.
We'd still be fucking goats out in the pasture, dude.
I mean, yeah, but it won't be our whole thing,
I think-
everyone has too much time on their hands. We need a fucking recession.
We need another COVID break. No, what I'm thinking is like touching on your point is he had so much money and he had so much regular sex, right? And then when the regular sex
Gets
just stopped
boring.
doing
Yeah.
it, he had to go to another thing and
Yeah.
then another thing and then another thing. And now he's busting in broads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what he's hung up on, which is wild to me that. So that's the problem with being like, say a movie star, somebody famous, right? So now you don't. All right, like when I was doing my thing, 16 years old, right? I
Yeah.
had Malden. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe trickled into Revere or maybe trickled into Saugus or Melrose or something like
Yeah.
that. But this dude just goes in his DMs, dude, and he has the world
Yeah.
asking to come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So then he's just busting or flying these girls in, right? Buying them a Chanel bag, banging them 6 ways to fucking Sunday, and shipping them home. That's fucking what is it? Human trafficking and
yeah.
fucking the other charge they got him on. Is it racketeering or is it something like that? It's because he paid them with whatever.
Yeah.
It's prostitution, but
Yeah.
they're calling it something else. So, like, he's hemmed up, dude, and they got all the tapes and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no denying it. Like,
Yeah.
he's hung up.
Yeah.
He's it's a wrap for him.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done. It was a good little. It's a wrap for him. You know what I mean? It's a nice little touch there. I like that.
Take that.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. And then, apparently he's banging guys too. I think, right?
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Meek Mill supposedly in the conversation. Justin Bieber.
wild.
Justin,
Yeah.
man.
Who was the who's the comedian?
Andrew Schultz.
No, the one that like talked about this on
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you got to
Dude,
protect that hole. He's like, Diddy will offer you millions of dollars.
For it.
And he's like, I had to turn down millions of dollars
Yeah.
multiple times
Yeah.
because Diddy basically wanted to fuck him.
That's such a wild thing, dude. Like, they go.
I probably would have took it.
Couple mil.
Both.
Well, Josh said he
money.
would.
Yeah, fuck it.
The money and the other thing.
That was a Josh. I remember he was like, "Would you fuck Brad? Oh, let Brad Pitt fuck you for
Oh, he loves
endless
Brad Pitt. I
money?"
think-
And he was like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "That's
Yeah.
how I got all this money. I'd have to tell my whole family." You know?
Josh is like, no eye contact though. I'll fall in love.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just wild to me that you got a ring of pedos out there in fucking Hollywood.
Dude.
Or this, that, and the other thing,
Dude.
that are just paying all that money
Yeah.
to do all this wild shit. Like, and it goes back to what you said, like, but I just want to have sex.
Yeah.
Like, just regular
Yeah.
sex. You know
That's
what
why
I
I
mean?
always say to people like, when people are like, "Yeah, I'm fucking like." Listen, I'm a man of one. I'm a one woman man, but then again, like, nobody wants to fuck me. So, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're like fucking Ben
it's
Affleck,
easy.
it's a fucking gas can is like, dude, I will fucking blow your doors off right now. It's like, okay, that's not a problem for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, my problem is like, you know, like what time I order Jersey Mike's with Tommy. Like, that's my problems. You know what I mean? Like, I had to like convince people to have sex with me. You know what I mean? Like, it was like,
Tricks.
yeah, guys and girls, you know, Puffy. I had a kid's Puffy. I was like, come on, just fuck me, you know? Yeah, that's some wild shit, dude. People are into some fucking weird shit.
There's an interview out right now, and people are saying, like, look at how uncomfortable Justin Bieber is. He was
Yeah.
like 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, man, you haven't returned my phone calls.
Yeah.
And dude, it honestly is like
Scary.
Scary.
Yeah.
Because like his face just says it all.
Yeah, he's like,
It's
all my
fucking so
people.
weird.
and-
That's
Poor,
sickening.
poor kid, dude.
Yeah. That's
what
It's
I mean.
fucking awful.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's gross. Not going to be a guest on the podcast anytime soon.
No.
No.
This is brought to you by Bad Boy Records. This section of the show.
Take that, take
New
that.
sponsor. New sponsor.
Well, another one
Can't
of my
stop,
favorites
won't
is
stop.
when you see Biggie at the studio and
Oh,
his
with the
eyes
eye.
look inside, and they're like, Biggie wasn't really
Cockeyed.
cockeyed, but he had to keep an eye on Diddy at all times.
Dude. And then how about Mace? He was like, basically, like, that's why I fucking,
You bounce.
because it's weird because he was like, I was like, why did that guy just fucking bounce?
No, I mean, they
Mace
had a falling
became a
out. But he
pastor,
also,
too.
Big one.
he also was owed a lot of money.
Mace was?
Mace wrote
yeah.
everything for Diddy. Diddy
Yeah.
doesn't rap.
No.
He had fucking ghostwriters left and right.
As soon
Yeah.
as Biggie died,
Yeah.
essentially Mace stepped in as the writer
Yeah.
and carried Bad Boy.
Right.
Right. But then don't forget, he also fucked over the law.
Shine.
Oh yeah, that's
Mate,
wild.
you know
right?
Shine
Shine
is?
Pope,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shine.
Is he
the
still
only
in
Shine
jail?
I know is
No.
from-
Dude,
He's
like
the fucking
yeah.
governor of like Belize.
Yeah.
I
he?
swear
Yeah.
to God.
Yeah,
Dude, he
that's
did
true.
like
Yeah.
12 years.
But he did time because of Bad Boy.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But he's like,
He
you
took the
should
gun
hear-
charge at the club or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But Diddy rolled on him
Yeah.
halfway through the fucking
Facts.
trial.
Yeah.
Facts.
So it was like he's been
I'm
doing
telling you,
shady-
I think
yeah.
Biggie's dead because of Puffy.
Oh,
I wouldn't doubt it either.
yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't
Because
doubt it either.
I think the whole West Coast thing, they were coming after all of them, and,
Yep.
and he was like, okay, Tupac's dead.
Yeah.
You can have Biggie. Leave me alone.
Yep.
And he sold him out.
I
Oh,
believe it.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Why wasn't he in the car with Biggie?
Yeah, you're
Right.
not lying. Yeah.
Shine, that song with Shine and Barrington Levy.
Oh!
By the way, when we did your return, I just thought of this. I should have thought it. When we did your return thing in the beginning of the last show,
Yeah.
we should have just had you lean in and be like,
To the Lion King?
no, dude, the fucking left titty fucking.
Oh, yeah. Used to be my dog. He was in my left titty.
Yeah. Now he's back.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah,
Now
now
it's
he's back.
official.
Now it's official. So the reason I thought about this subject, weird things that people are into, could be anything, is that so we rented a Jeep. Like I
Yeah,
never
down there.
fucking had a Jeep. I never driven in a Jeep, whatever, right? We rented like a Jeep Rubicon. First of all, overrated in my opinion.
How's the ride? Is it
It's
bumpy?
fine. It's all fine. It's fine. It's fine. Missionary. You know what I mean? It's
Regular size.
dude, the fucking,
Regular size.
the thing that drove me nuts is the fucking window things are in the center console because they can't be on the
Oh,
doors
yeah.
because the doors come off.
Yep.
So, anyways, that was fucking dumb. But
You know what I like about that, right? One of my Silverados, not to get off topic, but
Yeah.
the wiring harness runs through the door
Yeah.
to that control switch, right? Now your doors open and close and open and close and open and
Fuck
close.
up the harness.
Shorts out that wiring harness, and now your fucking window switch doesn't work. If you got it right in the console,
That never happens.
which my first car, 86 Mercury Cougar, had the fucking
Stallion.
thing in the console.
Just dripping upstairs.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You had to beat him off you with that.
I was like P. Diddy.
Diddy
You know what
vibes.
I mean? The world was my oyster when I had that 86 Cougar, dude.
So, anyways, we parked this thing in the fucking whatever, the garage for the hotel. And then like I see it kind of old, just I said to Meg, like, what's up with these fucking ducks
Yep.
that are in the front of these things, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, my friend at work has a Jeep. Like basically these fucking Jeep people who are like the worst people that ever lived.
It's a cult.
They fucking
Yeah.
carry ducks with them.
Yes.
And when they see a Jeep, they put it on your fucking handle.
If they like your Jeep.
If they like your
they
Jeep,
like
and
you.
then you put it in your front of your dash.
Yes.
It's like a Diddy thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
No,
Yeah.
No.
Dude, so next time,
Dude.
so I didn't know about it, right? And then I was at like Home Depot or something like that, and I'm walking down. Somebody had said it to me. And I'm walking down, and I'm like, look at this idiot with like 12 ducks in his fucking thing, right? And then I heard about that, and I'm like, that makes sense. He's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I was right.
So
Like,
if you see like a nice Jeep,
Yeah.
his front dash will be lined with ducks.
Yes.
Even like cool
Lined
people,
with ducks.
because I would never do that.
That's
I don't know what I don't
I
know
would
what
take
it
that
is.
duck and throw it across Eastern
I'm
Avenue.
like, who's
They
this
put it-
asshole putting
Yeah.
shit on my truck?
They put it on your like under your wiper or something, so that when you go out from Home Depot,
Yeah.
you find it and you put it on your dash. and
It's like a merit
sign
badge.
Of, it's a sign of someone liked your Jeep.
Like it's like in Ohio State
And
where they put the fucking
so
stickers
even
on your
going
helmet.
back 15, 20 years ago, anyone that drove a Wrangler,
Yeah.
they beep at each other.
Yeah.
So I knew that.
Yeah.
I
So
knew
that's
that.
been happening for years. The duck thing is new. The duck thing's the last couple years.
Who started? That's a
Dude,
woman. That's
my
a
The
fa-
internet. You know who
Some
started it,
fucking
the internet.
zero.
Yeah.
Dude, my father's buddy, who's a great guy. He's like a hunter, like he's a man's man. He's got a Jeep truck and like they're like driving and he
No
beeps
ducks.
this guy. This guy beeps, he waves. My father goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like Jeep guy. And he's like, that is the fucking dumbest shit
stupid.
I've ever seen in my
Like,
fucking life.
let me out.
Yeah.
I'll fucking walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what'd be best if you like leave a dead duck like on their like
Now
real
it's-
dead duck.
now I'm in. Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Like fucking like Christmas Story. He's
yeah.
like cuts a head off and just fucking throws it on the wiper.
All right, Bob, you can go first. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hold on one second. Let me pull
Let's get some of that fucking. This is therapy. Let's get some of that anger out.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm just going to start at the top of the list. This is no specific order. Vegans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, so if I have to hear about how fucking they grazed local farmers market for all organic, locally sourced, no GMO, no red dye 12 spinach, and how they feel great about it, I'll fucking kill myself, right? To be honest, I would rather drag my nutsack across razor blades saturated in hepatitis C and be told I can only breathe oxygen from Rosie O'Donnell's asshole for the rest of my life than have to sit in a room with a fucking vegan telling me about how great their fucking life is. Did they understand that my food eats their food?
Yeah.
Like all this evolutionary
Shit's on it, too.
shit, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I eat a cow, you eat grass. Like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. Like, and I don't want to hear about how good you feel and all this other bullshit. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that I have to waste moments of my precious life hearing about this nonsense fucking kills me. It hurts me so bad, I fucking hate them. That's it. That's all I got.
It's fucking dynamite.
Fuck vegans, dude.
Dude, I think it's the biggest sham in the world. It's and like any type of diet. Like now, listen, this is brought to you by the Success Lift, Brian Panuzzo. Any type of diet you got to do that, like you got to like fucking like unless it's a medically needed diet like that, or you're gonna get sick. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like. You know you can't have like dairy, right? Or it's like blows your ass.
No, I still do it though.
Yeah, you choose the violence,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Like, dude, when you're like, oh, I can't. They have a great vegan restaurant there. It's like they also have like a fucking great dildo selection you can sit on
Yeah.
at the end of it. Like,
There's also sick chicken fingers across the street.
Yeah,
What the fuck
yeah,
are you doing?
yeah.
You know
But
what
why
I
do I
mean?
have to hear about it?
No,
Like,
because
you know what I mean?
that's the joke. Like if you're talking about Russo would be like, the joke there is, how do you tell when someone's a vegan? Don't worry, they'll let you know.
yeah. They'll tell you all about it.
They're
Right?
the worst type
Yeah,
of people, dude.
Yeah. I agree with you. I am a. Obviously, we don't have a vegan in our midst.
No.
No.
Like if you're like a buddy of mine, you're like, oh, I'm vegan. Like you're not a buddy of mine because I don't have a single buddy like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the background check didn't check out.
No,
Because that would
yeah,
be a box
yeah,
that
your
I would have looked
references-
at. Like the references
No
are bad.
References didn't come back.
No.
Do you know who's like a cousin of a vegan? Is the parents, and this is like fairly new to me, who they're like, I don't let my kids have processed foods.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
Good luck with
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Frozen chicken fingers are in the fucking microwave right now.
Yeah, Like I'm like fucking
Good-
Kelsey
in,
Mix.
in this day and age, good luck with that.
Yeah.
So everyone says if you go into the supermarket, if you stay to the very outside,
Yeah, that's
then,
right.
then you're doing good.
Yeah.
If you go into the aisles and buy anything,
Yeah.
then it's processed and it's boxed and it's packaged and it's fucking garbage, basically.
Yep.
Good luck trying to fucking feed a family
So expensive.
on fucking
It's so
fresh
expensive.
produce
Yeah,
and
it's so
fresh
expensive.
meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
my
Well,
wife
I
does
guess
it.
not meat.
My
if you're
wife
a
only
vegan.
gets vegetables and fucking all that stuff. Like she only shops, and it's funny you say that because she only shops on the outside. But dude, $250 is like 2 bags.
week.
It
You
goes,
know what I mean?
it goes
It's nothing.
quick, dude.
It's literally
all that
nothing.
shit is jacked the fuck up.
And you know my only argument? I'm kind of fucked on that one. So I go like, people will be like, I grew up on fucking processed food. Look at me, I'm fine. I was a raging heroin addict. You know, like things didn't fucking turn out great for me. So I don't know if it was the processed food, the power lines, the paste I ate. I don't know which one it was, but something happened. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was actually so.
Right?
So Bob was in Italy,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
And
Loads of processed
I was gonna
foods over
say,
No, dude.
No, it's all fucking
all
great.
fresh, dude.
I know, I
It
was
was
kidding.
all fresh.
I was gonna say, so you sent us this video where you were riding horseback with your wife, right?
Wild.
Through like the fucking
Wild.
hillsides of Italy, right? And I almost wrote I was gonna write voted least likely to be riding horseback through Italy in 2024, Bob C. You know what I mean?
You want to hear a
fucking-
horrible story about
Yeah.
that? The horse went down.
Are you serious?
When I was on it. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't fucking post that video. So it was like rained out in the morning or whatever, right? And we were going down like this mountainside. And it's beautiful. I'm in the fucking orchards. I'm in the fucking vineyards. I'm all this shit. It's like, you know, cascading mountains and all that shit, right? It looked like a picture Mohan sends over, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going and my wife goes. So my wife has ridden horses fucking for, 10, 15 years. So she's fine. And then the guide go, right? And then I'm coming down and we were going on this rocky slope and his hoof or whatever. And I was like feeling confident. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like giving him a little kick. I'm going around, whatever. I give him a little to get it going. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And he starts going down the hill, dude.
John
and-
Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like I should have had a piece of fucking grain hanging out of my mouth. So I go down and he steps on a rock and the thing shoots out. So he buckles right? And I'm like, oh shit, right? And then he goes to put all his weight on his left hoof and that rock shoots out, right? So his whole fucking front end goes down. And I'm like, I'm dead, right? Like, first thing in my head was like, this fucking bitch got me in the Tuscany mountains on a fucking horse and this is where I'm gonna die, right? Dude,
I survived the raging
that's
addiction.
what I said to her. I said, I survived poverty and addiction, and this is what's gonna get me, dude. So I literally,
Italian horse.
dude. And so
Shit my body back to Malden.
I'll tell you what the guy said to me afterwards. So the horse's head goes down, and I just stood because I was gonna jump, right?
Yeah.
But by the time I stood up, the momentum was going forward, and he fucking stood up, and his head went back like that and cracked me right on the face, right?
Oh,
so
no.
now I'm on fucking Queer Street, right? I'm fucking seeing stars, right? But I'm holding on for dear life on this fucking pony, right? So we get down to the thing. My wife's like, that could have turned out bad. And the guide goes, if you fell down, because it was like this rock and there was a ravine with all other rocks, whatever, he goes, if you went down, you would have been dead. I go, I don't want to hear that from you, bud.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks,
he goes,
Tony.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank Alfonso, whatever the fucking name is, right? So
Giuseppe's over here telling me what the fuck I don't want to
they
hear.
go, there's no Met flights out here.
Yeah, thanks.
The only way out is that horse, and he's dead too.
I know, he's got a busted wing or a fucking hoof, whatever. Yeah, nightmare.
Dude, if Bobby at fucking 195 is crippling horses, what the fuck? There's no prayer for me.
Big mix.
I could never, I could never ride a horse. Ever.
You need something with
I need a Clydesdale. I need a Bud Heavy horse.
Yeah, you do need a butt heavy horse.
That's the
They're
only way
massive.
I could
Or
ride
that,
a horse.
Or that boar from back in your day
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
were riding those.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
those were sick. Oh, speaking of that,
I saw
Yeah,
it.
that kid ripped you off.
Saw it.
dude.
And,
so
I know him.
I posted that picture,
Nuts.
right? And it's a fake picture.
Nuts.
It's a fake picture of me riding like this fluffy pig, right?
I'll show you.
It's fake.
It's hilarious.
It's 11 years ago when I did this,
Yeah.
right? So obviously my creative juices have been flowing for years. I've been fucking cracking people up on Facebook for years,
You're a
right?
goddamn savant.
So I posted that 11 years ago. So I share it every time it comes up. I share it because I think it's hilarious, right? And then there's a couple other ones that I share. All of a sudden, fucking like 3 days later, a kid that I went to high school with reposts the same exact picture with the same exact caption,
Word
like
for word.
copy and paste. And I was like, so I didn't like it. I didn't even like, but I took a screenshot and sent it to these guys. And I'm like, that's so fucking odd.
That is word for word what Fitzy writes every single year.
Yeah. I don't write it. I just share it.
Yeah.
I just fucking
How
reshare
funny
it.
is that picture though?
It's so great. It's so good.
It's so great.
So it's just weird, but I guess it's less weird because it's not actually me.
Yeah.
So it's like he's sharing my jokes. And
That's so great.
imitation is the
Yes,
best form
I
of
was just
flattery.
about to say,
He
Wow.
should credit you.
He probably should be like,
Should do
me
your
and
quick
Fitzy-
tag
Yeah,
and
me and
that,
Fitzy
something, you
grew
know what
up
I mean?
doing this, whatever. I guess I at first I was like, that's so fucking fucked up. But then afterwards I was like, he appreciated my joke so much that he wanted to make people laugh with my joke.
gonna
So
hit another crowd.
I was like, all right. I was like, that's cool. It would have been awesome if he tagged me or whatever, but
Yeah.
it was more flattery. I was happy with that afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just odd at first. If it was a legit real picture of me,
Yeah.
and then he took it,
would've
I would
been
have been like,
wild.
it would have been hands.
That would have been hilarious.
All right, listen, I got a game for us.
Okay.
All right. So you got to put your headphones on.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
So remember, I don't
Go
know if you, Bobby, you heard Sex in the Sea.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is okay. So everybody's gonna go. I have a tiebreaker. There's 12 of these, right? We'll keep score.
Let's go.
And
You gotta keep scoring here.
I know I will. In my ledger.
Yeah. It's a sick ledger.
So sick.
So this is either a 70s punk band or a porno film from the 70s.
Let's
All right.
go.
Let's
All right.
do it.
So there's 12 total, so each of you guys will have 3 chances. And I got a tiebreaker for it.
Yeah.
Bobby, you can go first because you are the guest today. God, dude, I am like that kid's
happen-
right.
it's
I'm
happened-
fucking 1,000 years old.
It's
Like, I'm
happening.
like, wow.
It's happening overnight.
Scrooge McDuck over here.
It's happening to me too.
Yeah.
My daughter took this little thing up and she's like, who's this guy? And it was like an inch picture, right? And I'm like, I can't, that's a guy? I can't even see
like
that.
a blob.
I was like, I need fucking glasses. I can't even see who that is.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, I'll ask mom. And I'm like, yeah, go ask mom.
All right. So afterwards, this will be the sound for. That means it was a punk band.
70s punk, yep. Oh, yeah, 70s porno. Let's go.
All right.
That screams shag carpet.
So hold on. Let me just
Wallpaper.
Bob C. Problem is, this field notes book is about the size of my dick, so not
big.
big, by the way. Yeah, huge. Yeah, okay, all right. So here we go. Bob C's up. The name is Discharge.
Punk band.
Nice.
Bob C is on the board with 1.
Oh, boy.
Danny is next.
What do we got?
The Exploited.
I'm going porn. Fuck.
All right, Danny's not on the board. The Exploited does sound like a porno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Titties porno.
I was just thinking that. I was like, who's gonna pick up that low hanging fruit?
You know how many pornos that guy's made? People play pornos with Diddy's like, what's this? Like, this is like a fucking. This is like
elementary.
Yeah, this is like
Exactly.
fucking.
Diddy only gets off to snuff films.
Yeah. All right, we're up with Fitzy. Necromania.
Porn.
Nice.
By the way, what fucking porn is that? You know,
I know,
what I mean?
dead people.
Yeah, fucking just banging.
Was that like the precursor for stepmom?
yeah. That's before they were into like, stepson's mother comes in. She's tired, but doesn't like his dad anymore and needs his big dick. All right, bat pussy, Danny.
I hope this is a porn. Hell yeah.
Danny's on the board.
Wild name.
Yeah.
Please tell me the guy's name was Bruce Wayne.
I don't know. I didn't do too much deep research into these things.
Leave that to
internet
the
history-
viewers.
Yeah, my internet history is- Yeah. All right, Bob C is up. We're gonna go with fuck in Jesus Christ. All right, evil come, evil go.
Porn.
That's definitely a porn.
Bob is correct. All right, so Bobby's on the board too. Danny,
Yes.
adolescence,
70s music. Band. It's a band.
punk band.
Yeah.
Danny, that would be a bad porn, by the way. You don't want to be caught on that.
Jesus Christ. Imagine having that VHS in the fucking car.
Whoa,
Hey.
dude! These girls that I was friends with in high school, they babysat for this guy who was an FBI agent. Not a diddler, by the way. Just gonna say that. And they were like innocent 2 girls. Nobody could crack the nut. But anyways, they were like over there, and there was like a tape that was like top secret or something. They were like, "Oh, nice! This is like fucking like an interview with like a bad guy." Through it, it was just like some girl like fucking just going to fucking polish a knob. Like it was just like a porno that he had. Look at his shit. FBI agents need porn too. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Eater.
Band.
You guys are good. man.
Killing
You
it.
guys are good. All right. Fuck does that say, Brendan? Hold on. All right, I got it. All right, here you go. You ready? Danny, you back up. Thundercrack.
Porn.
Oh,
By the way, you don't want to be getting Thundercrack.
I want to see Thundercrack like you read about.
I've seen it. Lizzo's in it.
All right. Bob, Zodiac Rapist.
yeah, rapist. I'm going punk band.
It's got to be.
Oh, I'm out.
That's wild.
By the way, what a fucking name for a. Would be like, oh, you know what? We need to jerk off tonight. I'll pick this up for fucking. You got to be like future. Dude, you know, I looked one time somehow I got in some fucking rabbit hole. You know those real dolls?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like they had like HBO Real Sex. I remember seeing it for the first
Howard
time. there.
Stern had one on his show.
Yeah. And then you hear it there. And then I bought
We
one.
had him on Marlboro. We had him on Marlboro Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We have real dolls. But there's like sickos that like they're like psychos and like instead of going out and like fucking like raping a woman and like cutting her up, they fucking smoke these real dolls with like they fucking like stab them while they're like banging
no
them.
way, really?
Yeah. I had to get mine fixed by this guy up the square one mall.
But what happened to good old missionary?
That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
All right, Danny.
Yes.
Fatalism.
Band. See, that's not a porn I'm watching.
No, I don't think anybody wants to watch that porn.
The 70s were a wild time, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy I missed it.
All right, you're up, right?
Yeah.
So right now we got Danny at 3, Bob C at 2, Fitz at 2. You have one more, Danny has one more. Items of filth.
That's a tough one.
Band.
Nice.
Danny. You can win the whole thing with this pick.
Okay.
Circle jerks.
That's a band.
Danny, in his second week back on the show, wins.
That's it. That's,
Triumphant.
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. I was like, man, these are some really strange names of
Sick
films.
part is I've
you
heard
know?
circle jerks.
I know, me too.
know what I
Wait,
mean?
so was
I know.
the tiebreaker just another one more
Yeah,
name?
it's taboo. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like one of those famous movies from the 70s. My buddy had it. Like, it's like about a family that's all banging each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really
So
hot.
Alabama fans.
Nah. I mean, listen, people got to get their rocks off. By the way, that just goes to show you, like, people were fucked up in the 70s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a new fucking
That was wild.
ground.
That's
we're going
wild,
over.
dude.
Yeah. All right. Fitzy, you got some weird people into? People,
Yeah.
roast beef sandwiches.
Well, it's funny because that's on my list is people watching other people review food.
We all do it.
We all do it. All of us.
We all do it.
All of us here watch people review food, right?
Just hey, in the microphone.
Yes. Eating,
Slobbering.
slurping.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my huge pet peeves with the beef videos is people slurping beef.
Yeah.
So like you get a bite and there's a little bit of roast beef hanging out
Yeah.
and they like suck it up. And I'm like, what the
Cringe.
I swipe right
Yeah.
or
Immediate.
left, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I know what
don't
you mean.
like it.
Away. You
I
swipe
don't
away.
like it. Not
Wants
a
no
fan,
part of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But again, during COVID, it was like I'm stuck in my house like a fucking sheep idiot because they told me to do it. and I'm sitting there on the internet. I'm like, how do I fucking interact with idiots? I can't interact with idiots anymore, right? So I'm like, let me go on this pizza page, this Northeast pizza page, and fucking roast beefs and fucking breakfast sandwiches and all this shit. And I watch people eat food and review it because I'm a fat fuck who wants to find the best food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want the best pizza. I want the best steak and cheeses. Here's the thing. What do you call that? Steak and cheese?
Yeah, steak and cheese.
a bunch of idiots.
They all call it cheesesteaks.
Who the fuck is
Dude,
Cape Ann?
we're not Philly. It's Gloucester
It's like
and
Gloucester,
Gloucester.
Rockport.
Again, who the fuck is Cape Ann? I stand on what I said before. See you later.
Stand on business.
Yeah, it's steak and cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is a steak and cheese.
Yeah.
If you're from Philly, you can call it a fucking cheesesteak.
Have you ever had a Philly cheesesteak?
Panuzzo, no, never.
Most
I had a-
overrated
I've heard
sandwich
this,
I
yeah.
in
had
the
like a
history of
rip-off.
food.
I heard it's
I had a rip-off
I
on
heard
it.
it's a fucking steak and cheese, but it has cheese
Whiz.
whiz on it.
Which
Yeah.
the cheese whiz I'm actually fine with. I've made homemade cheesesteaks at
Poverty. This is the poverty.
Trash.
side.
100%. I love cheese whiz too. That's why I was like, yeah, it's got it right.
home. No processed cheese.
I'm
That
not
hurts.
mad at it.
What bothers me is it's steakums. It's not chopped
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, so I
It's
had.
fucking, and they're like, yeah, it's so good. People love it. Look, Anthony Bourdain's here. Anthony Bourdain. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's just not a good steak and
If
cheese.
I ever go to Philly, I'm gonna stop at one of those big ones.
Yep.
What's it called?
Geno's
Frank's or-
and Pat's.
Yeah, those two.
Yep.
One of them I'm gonna try, right?
Tony Luke's.
And then immediately I'm going to Kensington to get some of that shit that those people are shooting.
What do I got? That good?
You don't see those videos
I do,
Kenzo's-
on
Kenzo's-
Kensington Ave?
Yeah, dude,
Kenzo's
they're fuck-
wild.
it's like
They're
the walking. Yeah, but
zombies,
they
dude.
got that on the lane of cast.
Dude, I know, they do. Oh, so coming back from golf, where was I?
the lane of cast.
Right there, dude.
Yeah, right there in the heart of it.
Yeah. There was no tents though.
No, they moved
I
them down
didn't
the
see.
street.
I didn't see any tents.
I was there when they bulldozed.
I turned on. I
was
turned on the
coughing.
GoPro. right when I was pulling up, I turned on the GoPro.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to see what was
Yeah.
going on. Nothing. It
They're,
was
um,
clear.
No, they cleared
It's
it.
like a fenced off area that they have now, right?
What the safe zone? They
Yeah.
got the safe zone. over there.
Amsterdam, bro.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, you went-
Lonnie Colvin.
Yep.
Shout out.
All right, Danny. You get something?
I do. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing these people, but our good friend, Bobby C. Dennis Wilcox, was at a hotel in New York, and he came downstairs to leave for the day, and there was a furry convention. Now, can you imagine Dennis Wilcox?
I'm not gonna lie to you. My penis can only get so erect.
Dennis lost his mind.
Oh, I bet
He's
he
like,
did.
where am
Yeah,
I
I
right
bet he
now?
did.
Where am I? Right? So he's telling me the
So
story.
furries are people who dress up in like animal costumes
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
fuck, right?
Yeah.
and pretend to be like the animal
Yeah.
or whatever. It's not like they just dress up. Like they
Dude,
pretend to be
dude,
the animal.
When we were in college,
Meowing and shit.
Yeah,
My
that's-
first
yeah,
company
shit
I
in
worked
litter
at, not
box.
college. First sales company I worked at, there was an HBO, one of those real sex things. And there was a thing about like people who like to pretend they're horses. It's called horseplay. And like you like
Jesus
stable
Christ,
them and shit,
dude.
right? And they get off on it. And like the guy's name in the thing was Trigger. And like my
good horse
buddy,
name.
our sales manager, I'm not gonna use his name. But like my buddy Vinny, who's from Wakefield, he's hilarious. He fucking goes on like a chat group and he's like, my name's insert sales manager's name, and I like to go by Trigger, and I like to be stabled, and I like to be fed.
come on.
And so if you Google to this day that guy's name, like
still
his
on
like
there?
sales career comes up, but then it's like I like to be stabled, like fucking horseplay, and like
dude.
fucking
Ruined him.
Yeah, like saddle me up.
Use an alias, bud.
I know.
That's what I do.
Furries. I mean,
Get a burner account.
Idiot.
how do you even like be like? How does that occur to you?
Dude, I have no idea.
you know what I mean?
Fucking new world problems. That's what I'm saying.
the
People got too
internet
much
ruined
time on their
everybody.
hands.
The
Yeah.
craziest thing I
The
seen
internet
growing
did.
up,
It did.
the craziest thing I seen growing up was like goths putting on makeup,
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
like that was extreme.
Yeah, it was.
These people are just like, I'm a fucking Siamese cat,
Yeah,
and you're
dude.
gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
a litter box in the corner. I'm gonna take a piss and shit.
Yeah, and then you're gonna fuck me.
yeah.
That's so crazy.
And like, there's obviously a fucking market for it because they're taking over conventions at hotels in New York City.
It's
Can you
wild.
imagine me like my
Wild.
dad's a good guy, he's a furry. You know what I mean? I'm down to
There's
fucking.
I'll
That's
go
a-
to Jim down the street. He's a
That's-
fucking very good guy.
You don't
That's
want to
our
go
new
to your
shirt.
parents having
You
sex
walk
at
into
all.
a fantasy football draft and it's just furries.
Yeah, you don't want to have think
That's
of your
our new-
parents having sex at all, but like you definitely don't want to think of your parents having like weird shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
my
That's
dad's
our
like
new shirt.
what?
My dad's a good guy. He's a furry.
Good guys, furry people. Good guys, furry people.
So crazy.
World's fucked.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's I'm gonna launch into one because me and Tommy I went on a tangent with him. I pick him up from football, dropping him and his buddies off, and I'm like, one of his buddies, I'm like, oh yeah, he's always got like a chain on, right? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, he's like, you know, and he says his other buddy's name. He's like, he rocks a chain. And I'm like, fuck's up with chains? I'm like, when would men be like, at what is the age of like 9? Where some kids are like, dude, I gotta have my fucking like, and they're like chains. Like, let's fucking be honest. You wear jewelry.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Be like, it's my chain. It's like, dude, what? And then you're like, oh, I can't leave the house without my chain. Like, what is this? It's like, oh, dude, I feel naked without my chain. It's like, I actually think I'm like, if I was a chick, I'd be like, you're wearing a necklace. Like, what are you like? Oh man, I can't get laid tonight. And have my fucking my Italian horn on. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what it is?
Be sick if they had a French horn, though.
It's Italians. It 100%
yo, but
stems from Italians.
it's Irish kids that wear the cross.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do,
but it's
and
silver.
they have.
But it's silver. But
Yeah,
you
it's a Figaro chain. They got from the kiosk and screw
That's
them
what I
all.
mean.
Yeah, I had a gold chain.
Yeah.
With a shamrock.
That'd be nice to have money.
I did.
Gold?
It was stolen.
Cheese whiz too.
exactly.
But it's literally like the first kid in grammar school was an Italian kid that had a
100%.
gold chain with the
Obviously.
Italian horn.
Yeah.
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
it's very-
and then
yeah, you're
other
right.
people just fucking caught on. You know what I mean? So speaking of that, I was driving through Saugus the other day, and
Speaking of Italians.
dude,
yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of disgusting people.
dude, the gaudy entranceways to some of
yeah,
these
dude,
houses,
the lions
dude.
and the
Oh
marble.
yeah, dude.
It's
The
like
fucking
Walking Gulch.
the gazing
Horses?
balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, gazing balls.
Yeah, dude,
Horses,
that's craziness.
horses on pillars.
Yeah.
with gates
I
that
know the
open
ho-
up
I
to
know the house
fucking
you're
go.
talking about.
Exactly,
I
right
know
there.
the house you're talking
Go
about.
right down the street, Socks ice cream right down the street.
Yeah, it's right
pal.
there. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Dude, what the fuck?
There's a guarantee
possesses
in life. You got to pay
I
your
don't,
taxes.
like,
You're going to die, and that guy's last name ends in a vowel. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it.
Dude.
I'm
probably-
looking, and I'm just driving by, and I'm like, man, if I had that much money, I would not be a dickhead like that.
I would not have two horses in front of my house. Like I have a real
Dueling
horse.
horse.
That
It
almost
looks
kills
like
me.
it makes me think of fucking Atreyu trying to get by the fucking
exactly.
the Southern
Yeah, yeah,
Oracle.
yeah.
Be doing
Right?
horse play.
You know what that is?
No fucking clue, pal.
Oh
Dan-
yeah.
Danny
Never
doesn't
any
know how
story.
much of a nerd.
never
I
any
am.
story.
the 80s, dude. That was 100% the
Dude,
80s.
but in general, what I'm talking about the chain thing is I'm getting at is like, and obviously it's mostly Italians that do this, but like if you're a man and you wear jewelry, and I'm talking like rings other than your wedding ring, and like you got like these fucking little bling rings on shit.
I got one.
Yeah, do you?
I do.
Look at this fucking kid.
I
That's
do.
your-
You could say it.
Yeah.
You
That's
could say
your
it.
that's
Yeah,
your
that's your
wedding
wedding
band,
ring.
though.
Yeah, 100%.
That's,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
not
I'm not
it's
talking
not
about
a
that.
pinky ring.
No.
No.
You're not
These
Disney.
sausages.
Here's my-
I wear a fucking pinky ring.
Here's my now. I do like nice watches,
up
so
half
like
your
you have a
finger.
nice watch.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of nice watches, although now we can only wear Apple watches because
That's-
Benuzzo's got us on the steps.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
have
get
a lot-
Rolex Apple watches.
I haven't even, so I use the Rolex face on the Apple Watch. Dude, I'm being dead serious. Because just like you said, my steps are a fucking mess, right? So I'm like, fuck that. I'm really tracking it. So I went out, bought an Apple Watch so I could track it. now.
Yeah.
But I normally always wear my Rolex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, but I agree with you with the jewelry thing.
Dude, it's like, dude, I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, dude, I got up in the morning, I forgot to put my chain on. Like, dude, if you're a chain guy, like, I got news for you. You got bigger problems than the chain.
But
you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
even understand the utility of it. I'm so hairy, right? That would have to hurt.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? It'd just be pulling things out.
Dude, I'll
I'm
never
good.
forget.
Yeah.
And it's probably, this is like I said, if you're out there and you're a chain guy, well, I mean, anyways, but I remember I was in 7th grade. All the kids started getting chains. Like, it didn't matter if you're Italian, Irish, whatever. It was just like, everyone wants a chain. So my father, I'm like, can I get a chain? And he's like, you want earrings and a fucking long hair and a dress too? Like, punch
you up,
I mean?
get you
Like,
some lipstick.
Yeah,
punch you right in the
I was like, I
balls.
guess not. I guess I'm not a chain guy.
Exactly.
I guess I'm gonna grow up to be 47 to make fun of chain guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I couldn't get one when I was in the 7th grade.
So it's funny because I remember I got my chain around that time.
Yeah.
And my father was dead set. He would say, earrings are for girls.
yeah.
You boys do not have earrings. Mark Fitz has earrings or had earrings
Yeah.
at
So
one
did I.
point. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can tell. I see the
And then
whole.
my Haitian friends, they weren't allowed to have it because it wasn't in the Bible.
Yeah.
So they bought magnetic earrings.
Oh yeah,
I swear to God, it was the best thing ever. Oh,
yeah.
They would see their Mother Marie and they'd be like, whoop.
Unclip.
Dude, also, by the way, shout out to my old man was on the cover of North Shore Golf.
What?
And they did an
Recently?
article on like because him and these other starters, these other two guys that are starters of Beverly, came, took pictures, photo shoot, like the thing. He brought it over here the other day. I flipped to the back where it is. I go, you gotta be happy with that. And he's like, yeah, it's a good picture. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I'm like, nothing better than when somebody takes a good picture of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I look like a
And
fucking
it's in a
money bag.
magazine, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I've
fucking-
never seen a bad picture of TA.
Me either.
Never.
He came to the gig last night. Well, now in the future, and he was like, he was talking to all those guys, and they're like, "Oh, I have one more." And he's like, just puts his empty beer down. He just walks out. He just looks at his shoulder. He goes, "Those days are gone, boys. Enjoy yourselves." By the way, quick ad. We'll start with American Benchcraft. AmericanBenchcraft.com. I told you last week, which is actually today, which is confusing for me right now, that I have the tool bag, because I am a tool bag, but I put all my stuff in there. It's a wax tool bag. It's fucking sick. I got their fucking ledger that I just read out of. I have their belts that I had to take a notch off of because of our weight loss, Bob.
Killing it.
Yeah, they're the best. Benchcraft on the gram, and AmericanBenchcraft.com. Use the code CORKER, all caps, for 20% off. Dan, you want to do Bellas?
Sure. BellasNA.com. You know our guys over there. Harry, Sandra, the rest of the crew. 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. If you are familiar with the area, it's off, I don't know, one of the 14 highways that you hit from greater Boston area. But it's well worth the drive. It's well worth everything there. I told you, and every other ad. Tap water's the best, but you might want to get the roast beef, might want to get the steak tips. Anything that you really want there, they are crushing.
Everything kills.
So get over there. BellasNA.com does not stand for Narcotics Anonymous. Stands for North Andover. Get over there and see them.
I got to say this too, and we've talked about it all the time. I feel like, but like when you go to Bella's, they get the high tops.
Yeah.
And they don't have seats at them, which I love.
Yeah.
So like you got leverage on that fucking sandwich. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking great. That might be my like stepping out on the,
The beaten
get a
path.
little.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my first Bella's roast beef 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Ever?
right before I went to Italy.
Yeah.
Right before I went to Italy.
How was it?
It was fucking
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah,
It was like
unbelievable.
he was a complete gentleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my
Yeah.
god, dude. He
the
was
man.
like he was unbelievable. Like Fitzy, this that Brendan, you know what I mean? I was like, he's like, oh yeah. Dude, hooked us up, and it wasn't even because of that.
Yeah.
It was just the sandwich is unbelievable. The toast on that bun is unbelievable.
Did you get the brioche?
I did.
Yeah,
Dude, I smashed that thing, and it was so good. It was great to send out because I was dieting like a maniac.
Yeah.
And it was great to like kick off Italy going there.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I literally had it on Thursday, and I was on the plane on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was well worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Yeah. By the way, we're not in the future, so it's like this is gonna be released in the future. But we talked about it in the last show. But you're in the fat guy text thread with Panuzzo.
yeah.
By the way, I made my. So I was like, he's always like, get in line with your goals, and some of it's listen, this guy is fucking dialed. I mean, he's doing a great job for us and doing something for fucking helping us out for. I think just because he likes us, I think.
He's got a ton of knowledge about.
He
What's
just
going
knows
on,
everything.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like
it's like-
I just have you noticed, by the way? I basically just don't. I just post my steps and that, and I pretty much shut the fuck up now. I'm like, I know you know everything, so I'm just gonna fucking not be a wise ass.
I still gotta.
I like the chirps.
I
I,
still
do.
get the
I'm not
chirps.
gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the chirps. I
Yeah.
like everything in there. He's a great dude.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So, and the fact that he deals with this group of degenerates.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
wild.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yay, apple cider donuts. He's like, yeah, all right, fatty. Like, calm down.
Yeah. Anyway, so but that's that thing's going good. He actually told me Jumptown wants to be on the thing, the thread. And I'm like, we'll see. I'm like, I have 3 numbers in my phone for Jump. I don't know which one's right. And he goes, Panuzzo goes, I think he's selling more out of that kitchen than chicken wings. Like, Jesus Christ, you know? Yeah, but it's been going good. We've been
Bodega.
fucking we've been doing what we're supposed to be doing. All right. So, Bobby, you got other stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do I ever?
Oh, do I ever have some hate? What's it called? So, this actually just happened today.
This was great.
Golf course ranges. I fucking hate golf course ranges, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Tom Ahern's like, what the fuck?
Well, listen, there's a,
Why, is
and
he
I'm gonna
one?
say this.
That's why he's in that magazine.
No,
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
say this, right?
Tom's not.
There's
a
2
dickhead,
different
though.
people because I've ran into both of
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's the
He
real
would've been-
hunks
yeah.
of shit, and then the guys will pull up and be like, hey guys, you
Yeah.
know, you're a hole behind this, and but then the other guys will come up to you and be like, hey, assholes, fucking let's go, like
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So, like, in my eyes, to be that guy, you have to be a complete piece of shit. And I don't know if you're absolutely spun out or just hate the world like I do, but most of those guys fucking stink, right? So how are you gonna come up to me when there's an 80-year-old broad in front of me playing from the fucking tips, and she's her 14th time on a par 3, and I'm the one that's holding up the fucking line, right? You're gonna come to me and complain to me, like, and also the fact that these 137-year-old fucking rangers pull up, right, and they want to get lippy with you while you're in the thing, like their fucking golf carts are force field, like they won't get these hands. You get what I'm saying? Here's my point to that, right? So today, I'm on the fucking course. par 3, right? No signs anywhere, right? Now, I've been on courses you can drive on par 3s. I've been on courses you can't, right? So we pull in. I fucking hit an absolute slice to the right, right? But it's playable, cool. Then I skull fuck the thing over to the other side of the green, right? So now I'm fucking fired up, right?
Yeah.
Get in the cart, right over and it wasn't even, I just skull fucked it. It went into the sand bunker, right? So I'm like, great, I'm gonna be hitting fucking 48 on this 3, right? I get into the thing, like I wasn't on the green or anything, I was off to the side. And the way this golf course is set up, like all the holes are essentially connected to each other.
Yep.
So I pull up, I get into the sand bunker, this fucking old crusty motherfucker pulls up, right? And he goes, hey, whose cart's that? And in my head, I'm like, hey, asshole, you just saw me get out of it. It's obviously my cart, right? And I go, being respectful, he's an elderly man, whatever, right? I go, oh, that was mine. He goes, obviously, you've never been on a golf course before. This is a par 3. I go, let's take it easy there, buddy, right? So he's like, you got to read the fucking signs. I go, okay, you saw me. I got out of the sand bunker. I walked around his car, walked around and said, I don't see a fucking sign anywhere, Grandpa. Where is it? And
he goes, it's right there.
he goes, it's right there. And then I go to where he's pointing. He's pointing at a fucking blade of grass. There's not a sign that says no car, no nothing, anything like that. And I go, so I take a breath, right? Because I don't want to catch a fucking elderly assault and battery, right? So I just say to myself,
Fucking Conor McGregor over
yeah,
here.
exactly. I go, you know what? Misunderstanding. He goes, yeah, misunderstanding. Move the cart. I go, all right, buddy, enough. Enough. That's it. And he scoots off. And the whole time I'm fuming because I'm like, this guy just fucking punked me. I'm going to have to find this guy, right? So now they start chirping me, right? They're like, oh, fucking blah, blah. And I look at my buddy Bear because he was chirping me. I go, hey, bud, I'd suggest you don't fucking keep chirping me because I'm going to find that guy and you're going to be a fucking accessory because I'm going to beat his head in, right? So whatever, the course goes on, this, that, and the other thing. At the end of the thing, I'm sitting in the truck. What did I say? I go, hey guys, you think I should wait here for that guy to get off work? Because it was still bothering me afterwards, right? Yeah, they're the worst type of people. And again, some people are great, some people are bad. That guy might have had a bad day.
Yeah, you know the thing is for me, honestly, and I think you're the same way. We're all kind of the same way. My hobby is like, I obviously have hobbies, like I play guitar and shit. But like my real hobby and passion is like hating.
Oh yeah.
Like my daughter, we took her and her roommate out to dinner one night. And
The midget?
Yeah, the midget. And she's not real. Yeah, she didn't eat too much. She built. No, so anyways, and they have I'm assuming they're not going to listen to this, but they have a roommate that they can't stand, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck, I go, nothing bonds people together like unified hate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like you can be,
Yeah.
you're like, wartime is like, they make strange bedfellows. Like, like you will fucking, once you could not really like a person and then you get a unified hatred of somebody, you're like, I'm in with you. Like,
Bonded in
I'll fucking
blood.
ride with you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, I'll fucking go with you. Like, my days are spent, like, just like, thinking of like the people I hate. And then when I feel like somebody kind of, they probably didn't even really mean to slight me. I feel like they I'm like, I am like fucking so fucking angry. And so like internally, like, I hope you fucking die. You know what I mean?
Little hair got across your ass and that's enough. That's it.
By the way, speaking of the golf, my buddies are all members of the Bellevue or whatever. And one of my buddies lives on like the first hole, but he's not a member. So he took a picture of one of the guys with his fucking binocular thing, rangefinder. And, somebody goes, should I slice this with my 3-iron or my 5-iron? He's like, he's like, you know what? I'll just slice it with my 3-iron. like, you know what I mean? Dude, like, you know, whatever. Anyways.
You should have seen Bob though today. He was fuming after that
I
interaction
was
with
fucking
that
red.
guy.
So the problem
That would've
with
got me too.
Dude, my
He-
emotions,
Yeah. I
my
don't mean
emotions
he
show
was
up on my
pissed.
face. I get red as a tomato, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to change. And again, I probably got one good fight in me. Imagine that old guy beat me up on the golf course,
know.
dude. It probably would have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not what I used to be. But
We
where
already
my
took it from the
emotions-
horse last week.
I know the horse almost got me, right? So, I mean, I said it. I was like, this motherfucker, right? And I had to like take a minute to like breathe, like, all right, he's an old guy. I don't know what's going on with him. Like, I had to play the tape in my head to talk myself out of like literally getting in the golf cart and beat that man to death. Like, that was my thought. Like, I was getting flashes of murder in my head. And I'm like, this guy just told me to get off the hole.
In fairness to you, like when somebody talks to you like that, it's like,
Oh, it's brutal.
are you like not aware that you're talking in the most insanely rude
Correct.
fucking
Yeah.
tone. Like,
and that's the thing is
I'm not
that's
a
why
child.
and that's why I said the internet ruins people, right? And you guys have seen this firsthand.
Yep.
People think they can get away with things in real life that they get away on the internet, unfortunately, I'm not on the internet and I can afford bail money. So therefore, like, and again, I'm not scared of getting beat up. If you want to fucking kick my head in, cool, but I'm gonna keep going until I feel I get my fair lick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like this. Fucking that old prick. I'm going back there. We all fired up.
Dude, you were pissed.
I
I
was.
could tell, dude.
I was pissed.
And Beard kept chirping you,
He
and I
does
was
it
like,
because when he
dude.
sees blood, blood in the water, he's like, tick, tick,
He
tick, tick,
gets
tick,
after
tick.
it.
And that's why I had to say to him, like, bud, calm down because I'm about to fucking act.
That's you got
It
something?
was great. How about this? People who watch fucking pimple popper videos.
Oh,
It's gross.
Dude,
disgusting.
that's a great pick.
Do you, why? Yeah.
Great time.
Well, no. I don't watch them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
right.
you
No, no.
watched them.
I-
jerk off to him.
I caught myself one time. There's like a doctor who tells you what kind of pimple it is.
Yeah.
For some reason, that intrigued me. But like people sitting there just watching fucking blackheads getting taken
can't
out,
do it.
you're a fucking
Yeah,
freak.
and then like scrolling to the next one. Like let's see what's next. Let's see what pus
Imagine
we can
going
get to
down that
next.
rabbit hole, dude. You're just
bad.
caught in that
Yeah.
for like an hour.
So there's a phobia. It's called tryptophobia. You guys know what that is?
Nope.
It's the fear of holes in flesh, right? Wow. So it's your
Niche market.
It's wild. But if you look up tryptophobia, right?
Yeah.
These pictures are gonna creep you the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm good.
So
I'm not doing it.
I'm
not.
I'm a big nature documentary guy.
Yeah.
So there's a frog that has babies, and then the tadpoles go in the mother's back, in her paws.
This is gross.
Listen
I
to
don't
me.
want that.
Listen to me.
No.
The tadpoles swim into her paws on her back, right? It's a flat frog. I think it's in like Africa or something like that, but it lives in like streams. The tadpoles become mature in her paws in her back, right? And then the paws just grow and grow and grow and get bigger, and then little frogs swim out of her paws. So
Dude,
now
this
if
is
you,
gross.
And then if you look at this frog, when the babies come out of her back, it's just open holes in her flesh. I saw that on a documentary as like a
Vomited?
12-year-old. I was like, this is
Disgusting.
This creeped me. Like my skin was crawling. I wanted to fucking rip my skin off, right? And I Googled it later in life, and I was like,
I got that.
a fear. I was like, that. I have that fear.
At least
That
you felt
frog
a moment
fucking
of it.
creeped
Yeah,
me
but
the fuck out.
You didn't. Let's put it this way. You didn't know you had it until you saw it.
Until I seen it,
obviously.
Yeah. That is gross.
That's
It's,
fucking
yeah,
disgusting.
dude. Google that.
No.
I'm good.
Go down that route.
That's not,
hole,
dude.
yeah.
There might be some weird things on my internet browser, but that ain't gonna be one of them. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
So pimple popper videos, getting back to the one that I was talking about, is similar to that, because then you watch someone fucking cut into someone's back pimple and fucking squeeze that shit out, and then it's just this fucking fat hole.
And it's 9
where a
times out of 10,
blackhead-
it's like first person view. It's not, you know what I
It's-
mean?
yeah, it's
You're right
awful.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're in the end zone. You're
I don't
right
like
there.
that.
It's so gross.
Like whenever I see scrolling through like reels, then I see like an open ear canal. I'm like, no,
Nope.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
good.
Don't need it.
I'm good.
All set.
You know what I mean? Like, give me
Yeah.
that fucking cute hippo again at the fucking Mingdu or
Dude,
whatever his
I'm,
name is.
I'm fucking
Mang
death
move.
scrolling for fat asses. I don't need this fucking pimple. You know what I mean?
100%. Oh, by the way, going back to that producer thing I was gonna say, I texted him like, man, I might have had a few IPAs when I texted him last night, but I'm like, his neighbor is the guy from Stone Temple
Oh, I
Pilots.
saw you say
What?
that.
The brothers, two brothers, I'm pretty sure, they wrote all the songs for Stone Temple Pilots, and one of his neighbors is the bass player and guitar player guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, my buddy's, I had a buddy from Jersey come out there. Like, producer doesn't give a fuck about music. Like,
Yeah.
like he likes like rap. You know what I mean? Like he's like that's what he's into. He's into like Joey Boats. He's like, I play music. He's like, that's dumb. You know?
Hit the beat.
Yeah. Give me a fucking beat. So I'm like, when I get to 180, I'm flying out there. I want to fucking play guitars at this dude's house.
That would be fucking
And he's
insane.
like, all right, done. So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. So I
That'd
got to
be
get to
insane.
180 like
There's,
in a week.
there's the
You got to.
incentive.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, I fucking went to Stone Temple Pilots at Worcester Centrum, and I was so baked.
was
And we
it
got
with
no
Dave
car
Russo?
accidents.
it with Dave
That
Russo?
was fucking with Dave Russo. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know if that's like Dave Russo would meet the guy from Stone Temple Pilots. He'd be like, 77. I was wrestling in Springfield High School. Yeah, that's a good one. And it's disgusting. You know what I mean? Like it's revolting. You know, like like my algorithm is all like basically guitar videos and good looking women. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. You know. And then Diddy videos.
I get into kind of a little tism videos. You know what I mean? When they start like, I'll get like it'll be like a pistol that's like from the fucking 1900s, and they like de-rust it.
Oh, yeah, I like that shit.
And I'm like, I'm in.
Hey, 15 minutes. I'm fucking starting off with the WD-40.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll go down that rabbit hole.
How about the fucking dirty rugs?
Oh my God,
Those
dude.
are gross.
But when they clean them,
How many times do they soap that thing?
dude, and then they're like, and I'm just like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Next thing you know, it's 2 in the morning. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I
Like,
gotta
this
go
is
to
my
work.
1730 rug video.
Why are these rugs so fucking dirty?
I know.
Where are they
I was
hiding
thinking
them?
that. The same thing.
So that's what I think. I'm like, these guys are fucking dirty in these rugs
Yeah,
just to
100%.
clean them,
Yeah.
just to make these stupid videos.
Yeah.
You've seen them, right?
Yeah,
And they pressure
I know,
wash them.
yeah.
And they go, and I'm like, yeah, fucking
missed the
get
spot.
it, daddy.
That,
And then I'm like, all right, it's time for bed.
the best rabbit hole videos for me is like the Filipino kids making huts and pools.
Oh my God! No,
on
you gotta
clay.
go over to YouTube. You gotta go over to YouTube. You get like a fucking 2.5 hours, guys, just with a stick, fucking digging.
It's a
I'm like,
piece of
get it.
bamboo, and I'm like, that's a
Dude,
nut.
those are gold. Just gold.
He's got a chimney in
And
there,
then
water
fin-
slide.
finally-
I'm like, this guy's
Wi-Fi.
alright. Yeah, I know.
Finally, at the end,
Yeah.
it's just like crystal clear blue water,
Yeah.
and he goes and sits in there, and it's raining,
Yeah.
and you hear the rain, and
Yeah.
you're like, ah,
And you go watch air canal videos.
those are terrible.
All right. Here's one that I think is bizarre. Once again, I don't have any friends that do this, so I can be very. I am guaranteeing that you guys don't have any friends that do this. People who engage in like Civil War reenactment days. I was talking about get on a watch list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and now, you know what sucks? I always, not that I'm never going to do stand up comedy or never really had an aspiration to, but I always was like, a great bit would be about how you go to Plymouth Plantation, they just stay in character. And then Shane Gillis did it when he does that bit about the George Washington thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, I would be like, dude, I get it. Like, you're dressed up and you're fucking, you're trying to be like, you smell like a European tour guide in August, but like, dude, like you're really getting into fucking, you're really Daniel Day-Lewis in the shit, but like, dude, like, oh, Martha's on home, so the cauldron's on. It's like, dude, you know what that guy was doing? Beating his wife. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't fucking chuckling about his fucking stew. He was a fucking absolute syphilis filled up, disgusting person with like hangnails and like no teeth. And like, like fucking Augustus just came back from fucking, you know, it's like, dude, that's why I said, I always said this on the show, like, frauds of people that, like, say, like, oh, I wish I was alive in, like, the fucking 1600s. You do not.
Yeah, you don't.
Like, dude,
You don't.
Dude, like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I wonder if that star is actually, like, a planet. They're like, you're a witch, burn her! Like, fucking, people are just getting fucking, like, right now, people are like, America sucks. It's like, dude, America's pretty sick. You can go get a Slurpee and fucking pay a fucking massage therapist to do a hand job in the same neighborhood.
Yeah. It's so
Back
true.
in the day, like, you were like, oh, I want to, like, you fucking
You
steal.
sneezed, they were like, hang it!
Yeah. You're like, oh, she's a witch. You know what I mean? Like if you were autistic, you're dead. Like, fuck it. Like,
100%.
kill this motherfucker. He's a wizard. You know?
fucking
Warlock.
Exactly.
the Shane Gillis bit about fucking George Washington.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's
Wooden's teeth.
fucking gold.
Yeah. But
He's
that's
like,
the
well,
same
hello
thing.
there, sir. He's like, please don't do that.
I remember.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember I had a guy who was like, he's a client of mine, and I found out like through LinkedIn that he was a Civil War reenactor, and I'm like, you are a psychopath. Like what is fun about that?
But there's a
I don't
subculture to
know.
that too.
I understand, but
I'm saying there's another even weirder thing, which is that lapping stuff. Is
Oh,
it
yeah, where they,
lapping or
like-
lapping?
yeah.
Where they all dressed
Real
up
life
like
Dungeons and
goblins
Dragons.
and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And they take over like a whole pack and shit
Yeah.
like that. It's a bunch of grown men
Dude.
with swords.
Yeah, so lopping stands for live action role playing.
Yeah.
stands for zeros.
And when I grab when I get my cloak and my sword,
Shit gets real.
it's not. We're not fucking around.
Dude, I'll tell you right now,
Don't
we
come
get
to the
that.
park if you're gonna talk shit about me lopping.
Listen, we get that GoPro. We get Fitzy's GoPro and get him all dressed up like a wizard.
Yeah.
I mean, we could fucking break the
He's
internet.
just
We gotta
cruising
start-
around Foss Park.
yeah.
Well, so we had on video today. We had a couple of short traces.
Yes.
I bet we could use that technology to have me
kill a
sending
lapper.
fucking
Laser beam,
spells out with my wand.
Expelliarmus.
The
Your
hardest,
vagina is like sleeve of wizard.
one of the hardest I've ever made my kids laugh is we were going into Southie to I don't know if we're going out to lunch or meeting Maggie's family or something like that. Yeah. So we're going by the whatever that is, the big convention center there. Yep. And it was a fucking cosplay thing. Yeah. So we're fucking backed up behind this fucking Uber, and Link jumps out of the fucking jumps out, right? And I go, look at this fucking asshole's about to grab his sword out of the fucking trunk. $50. Yeah. Fucking trunk opens. This kid's like, ring, like fucking, like, dude, by the way, I have to say this. When I was a kid,
the Sword of Time.
Zelda, the original Zelda game had me bricked up. Like, I never fucking, I was like, because the games were all like very basic. Zelda came out, was like, dude, missions and fucking like you could buy shit. Like I was like, yes. Yeah, I remember what fucking rocks to move to get the fucking rings or whatever the fuck it was. That game was fucking great. That guy was a loser.
Game great, guy zero.
If you're a cosplay person, that's like
it's tough.
You want to know?
That's
I have
dude.
more respect for the fucking Civil War reenactment guys.
What about the furries? Because we're
people,
talking about the same.
I know.
People.
At
this point, we're talking about the same people,
Yeah,
right?
they have 7 different personalities, one for each day of the week.
That's what I'm getting at, dude.
Like I always think about my brother-in-law Nate as a CO, right? And I always think like every day when he goes to work, he has to go to prison, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing time, you're doing time. You know, we've had that conversation. But like, I can't imagine getting up in the morning and being like, "Oh, it's time to be Ben Franklin all day." You know what I mean? Hello, everybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna stick a key in the fucking kite and fucking like.
Some people are down bad. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, we should do a full episode where we have to act like Ben Franklin and like fucking Andrew Jackson.
We each pick a fucking historical figure that we have to fucking act like.
Like a really.
fucking
Oh, by the way,
dynamite.
when I was at the University of South Carolina, so every morning I would get up and I would fucking. I get up. Maggie sleeps in. I don't sleep in. So I get up. I would walk down, get a coffee, and I'd walk up to campus, walk around. It's really cool. Like everywhere you go, dude, they got these like historical signs of like, you know, there was this battle here or whatever happened. Then I go up to this one area. It's like, I wish I took a picture of it so I can remember exactly what it said. But the gist was this, you know, most of the campus was built by slaves of the owners of, you know, the fucking the professors and shit. And this plaque is an appreciation of the work of those slaves. I'm like, something tells me they didn't appreciate the work. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, they're like, oh, sweet. Like, my fucking great-grandparents had to build this fucking campus for white people. You know what I
And they
mean?
got this plaque out of it.
Yeah.
That's what they
They walk up and they're like, "Fuck this sign."
Exactly.
There's a house in West Medford still there to this day. You know, like the history of West Medford at all?
No.
It was at one point like the most successfully black neighborhood in America.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So there's a house there, and the only reason I know is because when I worked at the post office 100 years ago, there's a house there called the Isaac Royal House, and right on the front door to this day it says slave quarters. And people just go out there and take pictures of it. It's like, can we get rid of this
I
stuff
know.
yet?
Wouldn't you think they'd want to get rid of that?
Yeah, I mean, we're tearing down statues. We might as well take that thing off.
And at the same time, if you go into the Medford post office, the minute you walk in, there's a huge mural above the fucking door where you see your clerks and you see old ladies complaining about forever stamps.
Yeah.
There's a guy there, a black guy, obviously a slave, in shackles.
Wait, this is a real person?
No, it's a mural. It's a mural.
Reenactor.
Cosplay. They're just inside the Medford post
What a
office.
wild reenactment that would be.
And there's a guy there with a piece of wheat sitting down just watching him. It's so fucked up. It's like on Google where they've like tried to get it taken out, but it's part of historical society or whatever. You can't move it. It's still there to this
That would be
day.
hilarious if we started running like really intense like reenactment tours in Boston. Like we get a few of your black buddies. We'll be like, yeah, and like here are my slaves.
Yeah.
They'll be like, what the fuck?
That
You know what I
over
mean?
well. What are you guys doing over here in Boston?
Yeah. It's real racist up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. That shit makes me laugh. Not slavery, but
Just the thought of that happening.
the reenacting of it.
Jokes.
Yeah, just you know what I mean, like other white people feeling guilty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, making other woke white people
I'm
feel
in.
like really
I'm signing
uncomfortable
up for that.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta see it to believe it. You know, like you
gotta feel it.
Yeah, you gotta feel the pain. Like yell at this slave. You know. Martha from Iowa, you know? Fucking, she's like, I just wanted to walk the Freedom Trail.
Send her right back to Iowa.
Oh, this show's great. We're not gonna have any more sponsors. Misguided Spirits. Not racist. Great liquor company, employee owned. Our guy, Big Bad James, my fucking guy. One of the best in the business. This guy's spirits.com. You can buy it online on their website. They have a Ball Square Fine Wine. And Tedco. Teddy, you too drunk to put on your own edition because you drank Misguided last night? Teddy will hook you up. He will be sober when he shows up. He's the fucking man. Get in bed with Ted. TedcoCM.com. His number is 617-996-6827. And tell him we sent you. And he will definitely hook you up. All right, Bob, you got to have more.
Oh, yeah.
Just let Bob go and we can just riff off him.
People with peanut allergies.
Yeah.
So, ready? All right.
I like how this has turned into just the episode before where it's like people I fucking hate.
All right. So, people with peanut allergies, right? Did you guys know this? So, like, nowadays in school,
Can't have it.
So,
If somebody.
So I didn't know this, right? My buddy told me about this, and I give a shout out to my buddy Rito because I was talking to him about this, and he was like, "Dude, I got a great one, right?" So he goes, "You know, if kids go to school nowadays, and there's one kid with a peanut allergy, they can't have peanut butter and fluff." And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "If they come to school, they get sent home because of peanut butter and fluff." I go, "Okay, wait a minute," because like in
I
immediate,
love how you went fluff and not jelly.
yeah, dude, it's. Well,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
you know what
I'm with you, dude.
Because let me paint a picture for you, right? single mother at her house, right?
Yeah.
Butt hanging out of her mouth. She's scrolling Facebook, right? Little Jimmy's got to get off to school, right? She slaps a little fluffernutter on the old fucking thing. Little peanut butter. See you later. So she can go meet her hookup on Facebook, right? While he's at school. Little Jimmy goes to fucking school. He's like, yay, fluffernutter, right? No, he gets sent home because he's fucking some weirdo, right? Has fucking a peanut allergy. So let me paint another
weirdos.
picture for you,
fucking
right?
losers.
Dude, so you're telling me
dead.
there's some feral little motherfucker running around the school, little Timmy, the feral fucking peanut allergic kid, just biting other kids' sandwiches? Like, how does that even
chill
make
out,
sense? Like,
fucking
calm down,
Karen.
Jimmy. You know what I mean? And then the other thing is, right? So now you're gonna tell me that, all right, so say I'm allergic to bee stings. Are they gonna fucking go and eradicate every fucking bee in all of Massachusetts? Or
Hey, you give it time. That'll be a thing.
dude, back in my day, right? And I hate to say that, they'd give you a fucking EpiPen, slap you on the ass, and say, "Get him, cowboy."
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you had to deal with the wilderness. You know what I mean? If you got stung by a bee, if you ate a rogue nut or something like that, like you know what I mean? Like you got an EpiPen and you fucking went back at it.
Fucking
You know what I mean?
A lot of rogue nuts at Diddy's house.
yeah. The terrible
But I'm just
fucking
saying.
the terrible bad kid brought in a fucking
But when did the
jar of
mongoloids
planters.
start dictating what we do?
dude.
I'm gonna-
it's
I'm gonna
been,
say-
it's been recently.
I'm going to
It's
say one
fucking
thing.
Wild.
So, my son's diet consists of. He actually recently has gotten into Italian subs, which is like a
I
big
remember you
moment
saying
in our
that.
life.
That's great.
He wants. By his birthday's next weekend.
Yeah.
I was having family over for Saturday. I'm like, "What do you want for like food?" And he's like, "He wants subs from New Deal." I'm
You're
like, "Let's
loving
fucking
it.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
fucking go."
loving it.
But his diet really consists of pizza bagels, steak,
Yep.
Oreo cookies. Worst thing that ever happened to him was Panuzzo telling him you can eat whatever he wants. He's like, and
Chicken finger dinners from
Uncrustables. I think Uncrustables are the best fucking invention in the world.
It's a sneak snack,
My
dude.
father, my father calls it poor man's breakfast sandwich. He like when he goes out to play golf,
Yeah.
he doesn't get a breakfast sandwich. He brings a peanut butter and jelly. I'm like,
mad at
that's a
that.
fucking
I'm not
star
mad at
move.
that.
I love a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like it's actually like I don't eat them anymore because we're on this dumb fucking diet, and they're
Just
not
put
good
'em on
for you at
chicken
all.
wings now.
It's basically like you're eating a candy bar. You know what I mean? Like, but a peanut butter and jelly is fucking awesome.
It's a
It's
staple.
the
really
Or
best.
peanut butter and
is.
fluff, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
whatever it is, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like I can remember being young and my mother would make like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and fluff, cut the fucking crust off or something like that, and I was hammering that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whole milk right down the gullet. Look what happened to me. You know what I mean? I fucking shit my pants.
I gotta fucking. I gotta tell you this because you'll appreciate this. I think I told this on Patreon, but fuck it, I don't even give a fuck anymore. So I love nicotine, right? Zen vapes, right? Used
All
to be
of it.
cigarettes, used to be fucking dip, whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, originally my oldest daughter caught me with a vape, and I like flip lied like I was 16. I was like, Jeff's. I was like a fucking loser. So the next
Danny
time,
left it here.
yeah. So next time we were in.
She's like, oh, that makes sense.
We were in Hilton that night.
Blame the Baldwin
Left
kid.
I left it next to the shitter, and they went in to do their hair, and I'm like, I just looked at them. I go, it's mine. I do nicotine. I'm an adult. I'm paying for this trip, right? Whatever. So then, like, so we're in the hotel room. She stayed over with us
do
one
nicotine.
night. Yeah, I do nicotine. And my vape's there, and she's like, you got to stop fucking vaping. She's like, you don't know what's in that shit. I'm like, you know what? For you, I'll stop doing it. And she goes, is that fucking a tin of Zin over there too? And I'm like, I was looking at you, I'm like, I got a vicious habit here. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? I'm trying to get it in.
I gotta stay up with the Jones.
The best of all. And by the way, when you're dieting, kids, nicotine's your crutch.
Oh my God.
Like nicotine's your crutch.
Caffeine and nicotine.
Dude.
It fills cravings.
And I'll tell you right now, I texted.
I'll be hungry in the middle of the day, and I'm like, I'm getting a cup of coffee.
Yeah, slug
because
that thing right down.
It's better than fucking eating a peanut butter
Dude,
and fluff.
so I texted Bob because I'm like, I got on the Zins to get off the vapes, right? And then I go,
Now I'm
but
doing
then I
both.
pull the vape out of my pocket,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh yeah, kid." He goes, sometimes you just like fuck it, light the candle, let's go. I was like, fucking yes. And I was degenerate.
Did I say the story about when we were up at Mark's around the campfire?
No.
Did I tell this? No.
Maybe on
Maybe
Patreon.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck it. Let's let the world.
All right. I like it.
Right. So we're at the fire, and I'm sitting there. I'm drunk, and I had already smoked a cigar.
He's dressed as Ben Franklin.
Nicotine. I'm dressed as Ben Franklin, right? My slaves with me, and I got. I just finished my cigar, so I'm sitting there. Mark's wife. Someone else. Someone else was sitting.
This
next
isn't
to me.
coming out for a while. I can edit.
I know. Yeah. Someone else was sitting next to me, right? And they left their parliaments and a lighter right on their chair.
Yep.
The arm of their chair right next to me, right? So everyone else is around the
For
outside.
context, you used to smoke when you were young.
I smoked fucking 2 packs a day.
Yeah,
for,
ripping
for
butts.
years, dude.
2 packs a day?
I
2
was
packs
too.
a day for
I did too.
years.
Yeah.
2 decks?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 decks all day.
Dude,
Light
and
one
once,
with the next.
once it hit, lighting one off
With
the
the
other.
next,
And right when it hit $10 plus,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's when I stopped.
I'll never financially recover from this. So I was like, and Bobby got me into the vapes.
Yeah, I did.
You took me to that place
Oh, yeah.
in fucking Saugus with all the Italians. And he was like,
Didn't you get a
was
fucking
like-
Capricola flavor?
yeah. I
with
was
a
like,
free
give me the
chain.
gabagool in
Vape comes with a
24.
free chain.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting there, and there's everyone else is on the other side. My wife, everyone else is over there, and I go like this. Why would you leave that near me? Shoink. And I lit up a butt. This was like weeks ago, right? And then I'm like,
Do you remember doing this?
I do.
Okay.
And then the next morning, but that feeling of a fucking cigarette, dude. It's
It's a sweet,
it's something else.
sweet, warm embrace.
Your
Like, hey,
head-
bud, where you been?
Your head is just floating.
yeah.
Like your head's off your body,
Yeah.
floating somewhere.
We do not,
And you're
encourage anybody to smoke cigarettes.
It's terrible
Dude,
for you. Surgeon General's warning says anyone
exactly.
pregnant or whatever shouldn't do it. Anyone anywhere shouldn't do it.
The best is that everybody would think Danny's the one who smoked in here. Like,
I
Yeah,
know.
it's the voice.
I know. Never smoked a cigarette in your life.
Never.
It's not. So the next morning,
Yeah.
I wake up right,
Yeah.
and I've been smoking cigars here and there, nothing crazy, every once in a while. That cigarette made me feel not good
Yeah.
the next morning.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. You know what I mean? And obviously, there was a time when I got off cigarettes with vapes.
Yeah.
And went back to cigarettes and was back up to a pack a day. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? This was 7,
Years ago,
8
yeah.
years ago.
I remember.
I'm happy with no nicotine habits.
You know how
I
you guys,
quit-
I honestly, I feel for you guys because it's
Oh, I'm in the
tough,
fucking.
dude.
I'm in the grips.
It's so tough.
Trenches.
Yeah, I'm in the trenches, dude.
You know
I'm
what?
like, I'm the fucking up
I
on my
can't even.
nose.
I can't even entertain getting off nicotine until I get to 180. Whereas if I have nicotine right now, I'm gonna be the Stay Puft Marshall man in a week. I'll be like fucking. I got nothing left. You know what I mean?
My poor
Yeah, it's
wife, she
tough,
says
dude.
it to me all the time. Like, so when New Year's comes, you know how people do New Year's resolutions
Yeah.
and shit like that? She'll be like, hey, Bob, so we're going to quit the nicotine this year? I'm like, nah, we'll try it next year. You know what I mean? We'll try it
As soon as
next
the
year.
ball drops, next year's
yeah,
coming.
exactly. Like, it's the only crutch, but I agree because my wife said to me, she's like, are you going to be like 50 with a vape hanging out of your mouth? I said, sounds like a day to me. You know what I mean? Sounds like a time.
Did you see my story with the binky and then the,
Yes,
the
I
vape?
did. And I liked it because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the truth. A guy at work said it to me the other day. He's like, I'll be in meetings, dude, and I'm ripping this thing, and I don't even like consciously know that I'm doing it because it's always in my hand. Like, look at me, dude. I got fucking 3 of them sitting. In case one dies, I got a backup, and I got a backup to a backup, and then if things real get bad, I got the zinnies. You know what I mean? Like if I walk into a big meeting with like fucking higher ups, I pop a zin in, dude, and the whole time I'm like, when the fuck's this thing gonna end so I can go hit my vape? You know what I mean? Like it's tough.
Well, I will say this: I do prefer the Zin,
yeah,
because it's just like in there, and it's like
you don't need to worry about nothing.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I
agree.
mean? And it's like, and I just need to feel something in my life. You know what I mean? So like, it's really that's what it comes to.
It's the only spark that's left.
I think I told it on the show when I popped my first in because I did have a Zin before.
Didn't you get sick?
The worst.
I was gonna say you OD'd on nicotine.
I had one in, and I was like, this isn't. It tastes great. It was like fucking
citrus. or
yeah,
something,
dude. It was great. I teed off, and on my 3rd shot, I'm taking 2 clubs and just using them as walking sticks. I get to the fucking green, and I just vomited
That thing's
everywhere.
it was starting to kick in.
I was
That's
like,
what
if
happened.
I was like, if I ever ask one of these again, take a fucking club to my shins.
What number was it?
Probably it was real small, like a small dosage.
3?
Yeah, something like that.
They do 3, 6,
Yeah.
12s, 500s.
I've never done a Zen.
500s.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm good.
Like dudes
dude.
at Kojo will pop 6 in at a time.
Yeah, no, upper deck, lower deck.
Listen,
Get it going.
sometimes you need to-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
dude, I'm not even kidding. I'll just be fucking brutally honest. Like I get up in the morning, I have coffee flavored Zins. It's the best thing that's ever invented.
All right.
Kevin Ma got me hooked on. We'll edit this. My friend, who's 5'6", got me hooked on this. It's not Bob C. So, anyways, it tastes like coffee. It's unbelievable. So I get up in the morning and do my walk. I'm like, my other buddy texted me the other day. He's like, dude, I feel like fucking a piece of shit. I'm throwing this in at like 7:30 now. I'm like, dude, 4:55. I'm fucking locked and loaded, walking the streets of Melrose. You know what I
in the
mean?
deck, ready.
Yeah.
Whistling
Dressed
Dixie.
like Ben Franklin. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Ready to get to work.
Yeah.
Singing the Andy Griffith song.
Yeah, it's vicious half. That's something that people are into that I'm into.
Yeah.
That's something weird that people are into that I'm like, yeah, that's
I
good.
get
I'm into
behind
that.
Oh, it's such a tough
What do we
one,
have
dude.
left for sponsors? Anything?
I'm not
Did
sure.
you do Ben Frank?
I did it.
Nope.
Nope. Ben Franklin Print Company.
Nice.
This is confusing because we've already done a show before this. Our boy Joe Ben Frank. Follow his Instagram, by the way. Ben Franklin Print Company. He does these little videos in the morning where he gives you like a quote of the day. I usually have a Zen in when it happens. 978-624-7341. You can get the sweetest ass golf shirts you've ever had. I just sent Panuzzo the black corker hoodie.
Nice.
Nice.
The last XL we had in the coffers
Let's go.
has gone to him. By the way, if you are just a person out there who wants the golf shirt, but you're a small or a medium or a double XL, I think those are the only sizes I have. They're just sitting in my office. Just hit me up. We'll give you a little discount on it. It'll be a piece of history for you to own. And yeah, like, so we should do another shirt soon. Where we do a new. I was thinking maybe green for St. Patty's with the Good Guys Trash People.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And then fucking move some of those for St. Patty's. Tommy's team wants them. And I'm like, he's like, all the guys want them because like Buggy's kid has one, a couple other kids have them. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, well, they got to pay for them. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, I don't know if they want to do that. I'm like,
No one wants to, but
nobody
it's part
wants
of
to pay
life.
for anything,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like, tell their parents like to fucking pay for them. Which does worry me because I'm like, these people listen to this fucking show. I'm like, own slaves, throw in Zins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck animals, you know?
They gotta know it's a
We
joke,
love furry
dude.
conventions.
Get dressed up like an animal.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
They're not over the herons anymore.
Yeah. They're like, sun butter is really good, actually.
It's a fraud. Sun butter is a fraud.
Sun butter is a fraud. It stinks.
Yeah.
Not good.
No.
Doesn't taste good at all. Nobody likes sun butter. Peanut butter fucking rules.
I tell you about that. I
Been ruined for you.
I was gonna mention that when I
What?
won a raffle. So I was in like some fundraiser or something. Anytime you put money in for a raffle, you won it. It was like guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I ended up being like the last pick. So I got like $100 worth of sun butter.
I've never even tried it.
No,
it's,
me neither.
It's made out of sunflower seeds, but
Yeah. It's supposed to be a
it's
peanut
supposed
butter
to take
replacement.
Replacement.
Yeah.
It stinks.
For
So
kids
fuck-
that
Doesn't
are
sound good at
allergic.
all.
It's terrible.
I've never tried it.
But I looked like a hero because I went to a Christie job. They're not allowed to have peanuts. And I was like, here you go. Here's fucking $200 worth of
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay it forward. Good.
Yeah.
By the
job,
way,
Danny.
have you seen this now with the Zins? Now that we're talking about, we're gonna fucking approach that. They got caffeine pouches that you put in your mouth.
Seen 'em.
Have you tried one?
Seen them.
He's
Haven't
like,
tried them yet.
they're in the
He's like,
tech right now.
Yeah.
That kid's like, you put it
I
in
got
upper
one in the-
decky, and then you put it in upper decky, the caffeine. He's like, you're fucking flying. I'm
Oh,
like,
I bet
Jesus.
you are.
Yeah.
Put one in the old man purse and fucking really hit the mean vein.
Hey,
Get it going.
put this thing on my ass, would you? For Christ's sakes. Let's do this the fucking right way. Let's fucking really have some fun here. All right, we're gonna do Patreon.
Do we have more voicemails?
We have voicemails, and Bob has more to say. Actually, hold on. Let's do a voicemail. What did I fucking? This is so hard because I can't see anything anymore. All right, hold on.
Now I get the fucking Andy Griffith theme song in my fucking head.
That's Brandon first thing in the morning. Oh, let's go, Orlando.
It's me, Orlando. I cut to check in and say, hi, how you doing? Orlando has been away. He is upset with the PTC boys. You know, Orlando wanted to do fantasy football, and you did not let Orlando. So Orlando's sad. Orlando, stay away. Orlando, listen, but Orlando no call. Anywho, Orlando is back, and Orlando has a question. Would you rather be a drug lord or a cult leader? You tell Orlando, okay?
Oh, it's a great
Bye-bye.
question.
It is.
I love you, Pete.
I love you, Fitzy.
Fuck. Cult leader.
Yeah, you got to. It's tax exempt. I mean, drug dealing's tax exempt too.
Yeah, I'm going drug leader.
Drug
Drug-
dealer?
yeah.
Where?
I just think you get way more chance to
Yeah,
get
cult-
killed.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
Yeah, but
it's
the
all the
end
game, yo.
result of a cult is everybody dies, right? Like, what was the broad that was shooting
Usually.
up that fucking silver?
Oh, yeah.
She's
Love
dead.
one or
Oh,
loves
yeah.
one or whatever. it is.
Right? She
Yeah.
fucking looked like a Smurf.
Yeah. You want a fucking Smurf? Talk about something you get into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You play Gargamel and I'll play the fucking Smurf.
There's
There's
a market
definitely
for it, I'm sure.
100% there's people out there.
Oh, 100%. Dude, I never forget one of my favorite things was that I was, when you start a sales job, they're like, your sales manager will be like, all right, they'll be like, let's role play a call. So my manager's like, let's role play. I'm like, you want to be the big bad wolf or you want to be a Little Red Riding Hood this time?
You top or a bottom.
All right.
Yo! It's your man Adam Jumptown. Wanted to welcome you guys back from a well-deserved vacation, number one. Number two, want to welcome on the third host to the Pull and Cork podcast. Looking forward to finding out who that is. And number three, we don't know, but we do. The James Telescope finding a fleet of alien ships headed this way at light speed here to be in 3 weeks, they say. We don't know, but we do. I've been telling you guys about this for a while. Been trying to give the heads up. We're going to start seeing more and more about aliens. And, could the aliens have an effect on the election and whether or not it goes on? We don't know, but we do start talking about it. Keep your heads up and your eyes open. It's your man, Adam.
I'm gonna have to listen to that again, but I swore he just said erection and not election.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It scares me that my algorithm is the same as Adam
yeah.
Jump Down
Yeah.
because I've been seeing that nonstop.
Well,
So what is this? I
so there's
haven't heard about it.
So there's a telescope, right?
Yeah.
And then they said they spotted an object that was like running essentially parallel to our universe because you know how we're spinning like this. So it was running next to us, and then they were like, "Oh, it's an asteroid," and then it just literally 90 degreed and fucking started
They're like,
coming.
we'll show
towards
you
us.
a fucking ass.
Yeah. So that, I mean,
what's the point of putting them on the text thread then if we're going to be dead by aliens in fucking 3 weeks? You know what I mean?
know, yeah.
You should
So-
stop ordering food.
Dude, I'm so deep into this. I'm not. What was this? Fucking Tuesday night? I was in that rabbit hole. It was like, oh, they won't be here till 2035, and I'm trying to do math in my head. I'll be like, nah, it'll be over by then.
Throw them a fucking kid. Throw them an upper decker and a fucking sickest vape, but they'll be all set. You know what I mean? You guys got this shit up there? It's fucking
I would hope
best.
so.
Check this out.
Check this out. Bob, you got more?
I do. Do you
All
want
right,
me
give
to
me
just do
more.
a rapid fire?
Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
And then we'll do
hold on one
Patreon.
second. All right, hold on 1 second. This one. All right. So I knew I couldn't get it all out, right? So I just said, let me just name off specific people that I fucking hate, right? So I hate fucking fat people. I hate skinny people. I hate tall people. I hate short people. I hate people that vape. I hate people that talk too much. And I hate people that don't say anything at all. I hate conversation kidnappers. I hate open mouth chewers. I hate cat people, bird people, loud breathers, milk straight from the bowl drinkers, soy milk, almond milk, oat milk. I fucking hate vegetables. Also pick me girls, Christmas people, TikTok influencers, Facebook moms, the internet as a whole, people that are good at Excel spreadsheets, anyone that looks at a keyboard and types without having to look. I hate overachievers, underachievers. I hate know-it-alls, and I hate morons. I hate the fucking French, taxes, government, third world countries. I hate rich people, and I also don't like the homeless. I hate plumbers, carpenters, tin knockers, laborers, supers, project managers, and owners. I fucking hate Bernie Sanders, but also I hate Ted Cruz. Did I say I hate carpenters? I fucking hate them twice, right? I hate Italian people, people with cleft lips. I hate people with a splash. I hate people that don't have a splashatism. I hate fucking, I'm not a big fan of ADHD. I hate people that call me after 8 o'clock. I hate getting texts and replying and getting left on red. I hate Call of Duty, but I'm gonna buy the new one. I hate skinners, rippers, rats, and I also hate cops. I hate fucking Quincy, Whitman, Hanson, Holbrook, Bridgewater, Brockton, Taunton, Stoughton, Braintree, Weymouth, Attleboro,
The whole
Kingston,
South Shore.
Plymouth, and Norwood. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the Cape sucks. It will be Hampton in 5 years. I hate anyone that's driving in Dorchester between 10 and 12 this afternoon. I also hate new friends, but I can't stand my old ones. I hate doctors, but I also hate people that don't go to them. I hate dentists, but I hate the smell of halitosis. I hate nosy neighbors. I hate small talk and pointless time I'm never getting back. I hate useless information, but I know crocodiles can't stick their tongue out. I hate friend requests, but my Instagram's Bobby C02148.
Let's fucking go, dude.
That was the best riff ever.
Oh
That
my
was
fucking
fucking
God. Let me just tell you right now.
Ever.
That's gonna be an unbelievable reel.
It is,
That
it
is
is.
gonna be.
Yeah, that was fucking
that
great.
That was fucking unbelievable.
Let's fucking go, Bob.
I hate useless information, but crocodiles can't stick their tongue out. That was right up there with Joey Boats when he did rapid
yeah.
fire. Fucking like
Yeah, it was
people
great.
that annoy me. He's like, what do you say? Like Hispanic people.
Hispanics.
That was what a way to fucking end it. I'm not gonna try to fucking top
No, you
that.
can't top that one, baby.
Remind me, talking about hating rats.
Oh, yeah.
I got a good rat story for the Patreon.
Beautiful.
I got a good jail story.
Fuck them.
Oh, so I was actually going to ask you this. Can we talk about jail food on the Patreon?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Jail food's the best.
Danny loves jail food.
Fucking love it. Great.
By
I
the way,
went
my
down that
fa-
rabbit hole.
By the way, the first time you said that, my father was like, "Was Danny in jail?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
And he's like,
He knows
"What
enough
the
people
fuck?"
that
He's like,
work.
"He
He was in
fucking
the
likes
projects.
jail food."
It's very similar.
Yeah. All right, peace. We'll be back. We love you. And if you want to hear jail food stories and jail stories and rat stories, you can listen to the Patreon. Peace. Bye.